Well, after a ton of research and a lot of waiting, I finally did it. I bought the naked bike. Let's find out what I got. Well, it's not a big secret that I'm a Triumph fan, and probably after my comparison video, might think I'm a little biased. Well, I am. I bought the Trident 660. I didn't ride a ton of options, but I did get to sit on several, and at the end of the day, I just couldn't find anything that I liked better than this. It's lightweight, it's compact, it's affordable, it's comfortable to ride on, and after all, it's a Triumph. So I just decided to go with the Trident 660. Now, I really wanted this matte black version. It was kind of tricky to find. There weren't a lot in my area, but at the end of the day, I did find one close by at a dealership in Irving. And the best part about it is I got a pretty good deal on it. It's a 23 model, and at the time of this video, it's November of 23. So they're trying to clear out a lot of their current year models for the new ones that are coming out. So it was discounted. It was also a demo bike, which ironically enough, this is the bike that I demoed back in July. So it had some miles on it. So between the model year and the miles, I was able to get a pretty good deal on it. So I'm really, really excited. I haven't done anything to it yet, aside from putting my quad lock mount on it for my phone. That's the only thing I've done. But it's completely stock. I do have some plans for it. Some bar end mirrors, for instance. These wing mirrors just seem to take up a ton of space, and I like to get them kind of lower and out of the way. So I've got those on order. I will have a video about those mirrors and unboxing and installation. Enough walking around the bike and hearing me talk. Let's go for a ride. Alright, so one of the things I really like about this bike is how simple everything looks. The TFT LCD dash, single unit here, just looks really clean to me. Like I said before, I want to get rid of these wing mirrors and do some bar ends, so I've got those ordered, and I'll get those installed as soon as I get them. Let's go ahead and fire her up. That awesome triple sound, love it. All right, let's get on the road, shall we? I'm at beautiful Lake Cleburne today. A little windy. I'm glad to see the lake level up. It's been really, really low the last couple of months. Not a whole lot of rain, but we had a lot of rain last week. By a lot, I mean a lot. So happy to see the lake level up. So one of the things I really, really enjoy about this bike is how torquey it is down low. Yeah, it's only a 660cc motor, but it's right, that power band's right where you want it. Great for around town. I've been riding for about an hour and a half today. Did some back roads, did a little bit of highway, came out here to the lake, and it's just, actually let's go back this way. It's just perfect for commuting, back roads around town, whatever. Super comfortable riding position. I really like the fact that there's no windscreen. You know, I've got that Tiger with the big V-stream on it. So if I want to do a whole lot of highway miles or go camping or whatever, then I can definitely use that. This is just great for just puddling around. So like I said, this was a demo bike. Did have some miles on it, Showing 326 on the clock now. When I picked it up, it had about 240 on it. I think it was 242. So it definitely had been demoed quite a bit. I asked them, if they know if anybody had just gotten on it and just thrashed it, and they said no. All of their demos, well, I can't really say that. They said most of their demos are group rides, and so they kind of control how much speed and distance they do on each one of those rides. When I went to demo it, obviously you saw, if you watched my demo of this, I'll put a card up right here so you can go check that video out. I just missed the group ride. They had scheduled me later in the day than what they were planning on doing, I guess. They booked it up, and then when I called them, they said, yeah, we can get you in at this time. Ended up being after the demo was over, which worked out for me, because then I could do what I wanted. I didn't have to go on the group ride. You know, this thing is plenty fun, just not even going really heavy on the throttle. It just is really comfortable in mid-range. But if you want to, it'll go. Plenty of fun. I did have it on the highway for a little while today, and you know, around 60 miles an hour, 65 is pretty comfortable. You start pushing it to 70 and you end up getting a lot of wind right up against you. It's tolerable, but it's not super comfortable. I think if I were to do any highway miles on this thing, I'd probably live around that 60-65 range. If I'm on the motorcycle, I'm usually not in any kind of hurry. It's just out for a leisurely ride. If I'm doing any highway miles, it's probably going to be just trying to get somewhere where I wanted to the riding, or meeting up with someone to ride with. It's a beautiful day today, about 60 degrees. Like I said earlier, it is November here in Texas, but 60 degrees nonetheless. Beautiful Friday afternoon. I'm actually off of work today. The Rangers just won the World Series, and there's a parade, or was a parade this afternoon, and a lot of people were taking off work to go to the parade, so they just decided, let's cancel work for Friday. I'm not a huge baseball fan. Congrats on the Rangers, but I'm not going to go sit in all that traffic and get up super early like some of my friends did to go get a good spot for the parade. So I just decided to use this as a day off. Everybody could use a day off every once in a while. Anyway, back to the Trident. I am really excited to have this bike. I've been wanting a naked bike for a long time. Decided to sell my Shadow, the 2002 Honda Shadow 1100 Spirit. I think a buddy of mine actually wants to buy it from me, so that'll be good. Kind of keep it in the family. Anyway, so I wanted something that I could just, you know, without the big windscreen, that I could just have around town. And the naked fit the bill. When I first started looking around at nakeds, Triumph did not have a naked option, so to speak. They had the Speed Twin, which I did a review on several years ago. They've got the Street Triple and the Speed Triple. But I sat on those, and it was much more forward than I had planned on. So leaning more towards the sport side of things. This is great. It's got more upright riding
position. My legs are not super bent, just comfortably so. I'm not leaning way over the handlebars. Just a great kind of middle of the road option. I did look at the Bonneville series, and those are fantastic bikes, but also more expensive. They did have larger displacement options, like the T120. I did ride the T120 also. I didn't like the feel of the throttle. It was really twitchy. This feels much smoother to me. There were some considerations about how the throttle kind of comes on slow and late right at the beginning. But from my research and talking to people, they said that it's not, well, first off, it's kind of noticeable. It's not a deal breaker for me. But they said after you do the first break-in and 600-mile service, then it gets a lot better. So like I said, I've been riding for hour and a half or so today. Just kind of around town. Get a feel for how this thing will do in the city. I did do some back road riding this afternoon, did some highway like I mentioned. So let's just see how this thing does in town. Like I mentioned before, torque is right in that middle range. Triples are known for that. And you know, if you're keeping it down below highway speed, you don't need a huge displacement motor. Kind of evens things out, makes the throttle just that much smoother. Riding through Cleburne, Texas today. And they've been doing a lot of construction. I think this is that building that was falling over. Glad to see they finally took it down. While we're going through town, let's talk a little bit about some plans I have for this thing. Like I already mentioned, the bar and mirrors. I like the quad lock system. Let's talk about that for a second. This is a great way to hold your phone. I did RAM mounts and other various things before, but they're so bulky and not super confidence inspiring on holding the phone. And my brother-in-law had a quad lock on his bike, and just the ease of him attaching and unattaching his phone was like, oh, that's pretty neat. I did some research on it. They're super solid devices. So I actually ordered the fork mount, so I'm looking forward to getting that in and installing it. Keep it kind of down and low out of the way. This is, I don't like it on the handlebar right there. The quad lock that I put on my Tiger is also right in the middle. It's a little higher up, so it's adjustable. I can kind of get it out of the way. So I'm hoping that the fork stem mount will have the same effect on this bike. You know, everything, it's so minimalistic. I didn't want to add a ton of stuff to the handlebars. So we'll see how that goes. I'll definitely let you know. One of the other things I've considered is a slight rise, just so I can get the vibration dampening one. Could make the riding position just a little bit more upright. Not that it needs it, but it could make things a little bit more comfortable. Figured I'd test it out and see. Definitely let you know on that one too. A couple additional things that I might add to it. There's a really cool radiator guard with the Union jack on it that I've considered putting on, just extra protection, but also a really nice touch with the Union jack. And then the standard things like fork sliders, frame slider, just some additional things to protect the engine itself. Little drops and things happen, so whatever protection we can put on the bike for those is always a good thing. I have not really looked into aftermarket seats a lot, although I have seen some people that will do the seat cover, add a little extra padding, make it look nice, that sort of thing. The seat is already pretty comfortable. I don't feel like I need to spend a ton of money on something different. This thing is just so light and agile. It's fantastic. I'm looking forward to getting on some trips and some twisties. Anyway, that's pretty much all I have for the video today. This is going to be kind of a straight shot highway ride back home, so don't need to record that and bore you with it. But let me know what you think about the bike in the comments. If you've got a Trident yourself, let me know some of the things you've done to it. I know there's a lot of options as far as like tunes and things like that. I haven't really researched a ton of that yet. But I'd be interested to see what you got. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Make sure you like and subscribe. Really helps me out. And I will see you on the next video. Keep the shiny side up.